Blog Talk Radio.
You are listening to RVD Radio.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Exterminator! Exterminator! Kushinator! Assassinator! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! A damn got stuck in your brain! Straight to your skull crack! You get down to straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! I will fly high! 5-star broad blast! You can't stop me! 5-star broad blast! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! It's all about the king and the gang! The balance of power that's in! You can't stop the king and the gang! The balance of power that's in! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! I will levitate! Flip, kick you in the yam! I will decimate! You can prepare for! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! 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 Drop it down! The whole fucking show!
Yo! Rob Van Dam, the whole fucking show. I know that guy. I resemble the happy fucking March 2nd, 2012. It's 3/2/2012. And there's never been a March 2nd, 2012. You should be excited about that if you have nothing else to be excited about going on in your whole fucking life. Boom! You made it here. A lot of people didn't. And, maybe we will see him in the afterlife, maybe we won't. Who knows? Whatever. Why we always start talking about that? It's so fucking weird. I don't know. Because I'm looking at the calendar, and it's a death calendar. But we're live. Boom! Friday. Why are we doing a show on Friday? Just because. That's what we do. We group together where we can coordinate people talking. And then most of the people listen to the archives anyway. And it works better for us. We used to do the shows on Wednesdays. As you know, for a while, had live, had people boom, bam, pow, and now we're doing this. Wow, I sound like I'm on something else, I think, today besides the normal herbage. I don't know. Nikki Starr in the house. Haven't talked to you in 2 or 3 weeks or whatever because we only talk on the show, even though we're like the bestest of friends. What up, Nikki Starr?
Right? Well,
how are you?
I'm good. We text every now and then, but you're right. We don't talk much. I guess it's just, I don't know. I'll forgive you for that. Because
dude, all my friends have to forgive me for that. And the ones that don't, seriously, the ones that don't really don't remain long-term friends. It's just like that. It's like that. I get some friends I see 10 months has gone by, or they'll say, yeah, some friends will go, it's been a year and a half since we've hung out. I'm like, no.
Okay. Because doesn't it seem like a blink to you?
Yes.
Yes. I know. I get it.
Yes, and it's all good. Time flies when you're flying.
Are you flying? I can tell you're flying.
I know. What's going on? I don't know.
Dang it, I want it.
Can you feel that?
I can, and I was actually kind of giggling when you were talking. I was like, this is so not like him, but I'll just let him go.
That's what I was thinking, too. I'm, talking real fast. I don't know, maybe someone spiked my coffee or something. I don't know.
Breathe. Hey, so I just have a special shout-out because I have a son who turns 18 next week, all right?
No way you have a son who turns 18 next week.
Yeah, I do, and let me tell you what, I was way more mature at 18 than he is. That's all I have to say. But when you're 18 and you have the child and then your child turns 18, it's really bizarre. But I want to tell him happy birthday, and his name is Shelby, and he actually posted this on Reddit for us, so thank you very much. And he's going to listen.
What's his name?
Shelby.
Shelby. Happy birthday, Shelby.
Yep.
What's Reddit?
Reddit? Oh, my God, it's the best website ever. www.reddit, REDDIT.com. If you are not on there, you need to get on there. It is so fun. It's crazy, insane. It's like r.atheist, r.humor. Oh, my God, it's awesome. So just go there because you'll just waste all your time and learn a lot of stuff.
All right, I'll check it out. It's not like one of those social network things, right?
Absolutely
I get invites every day to join LinkedIn. And
No, not at all. You'll love it because you're very intelligent. Okay, I'm going to stroke your ego for a little bit. And I know I'm SVD on the cell phone, so it's okay. Because you're intelligent, you'll love it. Because there's all different types of just everything, humor, religion,
topics of conversation.
Everything.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Anyways, hi.
Yeah, well, cool. Well, happy birthday, Shelby.
Thank you.
Thanks for putting the show on Reddit. And I've been in the red box. Wrong Side of Town was in the red box.
Yeah.
That's different, huh?
It is totally different, but that's okay.
Nikki Star, you never made it out to the Medical Kush Beach Club in Venice Beach, California.
Not that I would care. Demos would care. But he's kind of sad about it, that he never made it out there.
Well, I think a lot of people are, and if they are not, then when they watch this movie that we're doing on the place, Boardwalk Empire, it's fucking awesome.
That's a great name.
Yeah, I know. I love the name, and actually in the movie too. I mean, we have a trailer. It's right on the homepage now of RobVanDam.com. So if you haven't checked it out, go there, watch the little trailer, and right away, you're gonna see how awesome the movie is. It's high end. RVD and Tommy Chong are executive producers. My boy Kushinator is the star. He's the guy that does my music that I come out to the ring to, and that you hear at the opening of this show. And Kushinator is actually the name of his band, because his name's Kush, and I called him Kushinator, and inspired that. He also has hashbar.tv. If you haven't seen that and you want to see what a character this guy is, go to hashbar.tv. Also another one of my projects. I'm on there a lot. And we have all this footage because Hashbar TV was being filmed during the whole rise and fall. Hence, boom, we got most of this in the can. This documentary that covers the whole time period, for 5 years when they opened up and it grew and things were really popping. They got rated and, I hate to spoil the ending for you, but he ends up closing down after all this, and it's really sad. And the thing still goes on right now. He still is in court fighting over all the consequences of the operation, and all that is being filmed as well for future, to add on to this. So the documentary is almost done. We're doing the finishing touches to it, and it's awesome. And my point of this is that when you see what was going on down there, it's everyone's gonna feel like this. It's like Studio 54. Whenever you see old footage of Studio 54 in New York, and you're like, whoa, all these, it's like movie stars and models, and it's just crazy partying going on there, and everyone's like, man, you really got to party at Studio 54. When I talk to certain people like Chuck Zito. Yeah, they bring that up. Like that was a period in time that'll, they did a movie about it and everything. But
it's infamous, yeah.
But it's gone. It's it's time related, and it's like, oh man, that would have been awesome. This is very much along the same vibrations in that respect. Although everything done there, in Studio 54, people were doing coke on tables, and having sex in the bathrooms, all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't mean to relate this to that, but when you see the fun that's going on, and we had the big hash competitions and big, this thing was advertised on all the backs of all the High Times and Skunk and all the magazines, all that, and it was just like a centerpiece and very important for the movement, of the medical marijuana.
Wait, RVD, I have a question for you though. While we're on this topic, why isn't it there anymore? And is everything changing? Even though it's getting better, is it getting worse? See what I mean?
Oh, you mean as far as the laws go, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a constant battle. It's like it changes all the time, and right now it's really scary for everybody. We got this guy. I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong because I never even tried when I looked at it. It's like Truvanovich, something like that, and he's like, I think he's running for the city attorney, and he's absolutely crazy. And what he did, there's a big article in the LA Weekly about this guy, and what he did was he actually, much like people feel that Kennedy did to become president, when he used his father's influence with the mob guys and Sam.
And the unions, yeah.
Yeah, and in Chicago, Kennedy needed all the votes in Chicago, and Sam Garciana. Not Garcia. I'm saying his name wrong. I'll get it later. Whatever the fuck. He. That's bothering the shit out of me now. I can't remember.
Google it. You can
Garcia,
do two things.
But anyway, he was Giancana. Thank you, me. Thank you, me. I just want you to know no one else was in the room. I just no. But anyway, so listen, Sam Giancana and Joe Kennedy. They were in bed together, and he got so he got him in the office because they needed all the Chicago votes. Then afterwards, turns his back on him, and his brother Robert goes after, I'm going to destroy the mob, and then they felt very much suckered. That's how the medical marijuana industry feels about this Truvanovich guy. I should Google him and get his name right, but he actually came in telling the medical marijuana industry he was going to help them and got their support, and then got into the office and then said he's going to shut all of them down. So, he's changing zoning. He's changing zoning law. He's doing all this crazy shit, saying that bottom line, he says, no matter how you interpret Proposition 215, to say, it's nonprofit, it's co-op, it's this or that. Either way, he says it is absolutely illegal to sell marijuana and receive money for it, so he wants to shut them all down. So,
wow.
Yeah, so that's what's going on right now, and, yesterday there was a protest downtown. I didn't make it to it, City Hall, but really that was to help promote the Cypress Hill kickoff Saturday. They're doing to promote the Cypress Hill Smokeout, which is going to be on Saturday. It's a big deal in San Bernardino. And it's all related. So, it's so hard to keep following the movements, but you're right. Sometimes it gets better, sometimes it gets worse. And overall, on the whole, I'd like to remind everybody we got 16 states, plus Washington, D.C., that have medicinal marijuana programs. And there's movement to change the federal guidelines, which say that it's non-medicinal. And when it comes down to it, yes, it should be accepted recreationally. People understand medicinally better. So it does help to use that as the argument to get through to people. And then they hate that. They say, well, the medicinal is just an excuse to get in the doorway. And you want to, I do want it to be out there for people to have a safer choice over
opiate.
beer, over alcohol, over cigarettes, because it doesn't kill, and that's so important. It's so important. It doesn't kill. Everyone's got their stories, and today we got a lot of people that I want to talk to, so I want to get going to the guests and hear some stories that they might share from their favorite times at Medical Kush Beach Club. How's that sound, Nikki Starr? Sounds fucking awesome. You know it does. All right, so Shelly Martinez, what up?
Hey, man. Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
The whole effing show.
You know what? If I was quicker, I would have fucking already been on my whatever this. Oh, no, they're going to say you're listening to Rob Van Dam. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hit the sound bite and go back to my show. All right. Well, I can get the real Kush to sing it. He's on hold, too. But hold on, Cushy, by the way. Oh, and Booker T's on hold. But Shelly's been on for a while. Let me talk to you before they trample over you real quick, Shelly, because you hung out down there. We shot some episodes of RVD TV down there. You got your med card when Sonya got her med card either renewed or for the first time or whatever it was, and we filmed that. That was an awesome place, right?
Yeah, and right before I get into that, I just want to say something. So, I was talking to my friend Stu Stone the other day, and we're talking about you, and we're talking about energy and all this, and we all decided we're going to start trying to throw things out there to see, how powerful it is. So when I was on hold, I was totally, playing with that, and I'd like to think that maybe I had a little hand in your silliness in the beginning because, I don't know, I was throwing it out there, man, me and Danielle.
That you had a hand in what? I'm sorry, I missed some of that. I'm sorry. Back up about 30 seconds.
And I'm going to
You're talking to Stu Stone, and then he called me.
Yep.
He called me, and I said, Stu, I hadn't heard from you in months and months and months, and just and then I'm in Vegas, and his name came up, and I said, yeah, what happened to Stu? I haven't talked to him. They said, oh, he got in a bad car accident. He just is recovering from it. And then the next day, Stu called me and left me a message. And then a week later, he called and wanted to talk about synchronicity. I go, dude, you're part of synchronicity. You don't understand. So you probably prompted him to make the call, and you were part of that.
It's all love. That's what I'm saying. It's beautiful. But anyways, back to the Kush Club. Yes, that was the first place that I actually got a recommendation. I remember when I was on the road with you in the fake ECW, Sonya had smartened me up to how the whole thing worked out, and I thought, man, as soon as I move back to California, I have to get a recommendation. So it was really rad that it worked out that, you got to capture all that on your RVD TV that we filmed there. It was so cool, and what's funny is I often think about that place because my grandma, she's she doesn't bring up what I that I choose to medicate and everything, but she doesn't like it. She's old school. So when I came back, I just really love that not only did I dig the vibe there and where you can be in the lounge and medicate, but man, you could see the ocean and everything. So it was just
that was so
really,
yeah. I mean, I can't see how you could be in a really bad mood. That place when you got all the vibes of the sun coming in through the window and looking at all the beach, people walking by and the ocean and just smells so good from all those flavors. I mean, the only way you could be stressed out there would be if you ran the place. You know what I'm saying?
Right, totally. And I felt positive. I felt it was so positive. And at that point, my sister, Danielle, she actually wasn't, medicating. She was kind of against me doing it too. So what I did is I invited my grandma and her there just to kind of check it out to see that it's this positive thing, it's not negative. And I like to kind of think that even though my grandma does still keep it old school, I think it was really important for her to see what it's all about, because she knows, I go to the store, as she calls it, or whatever. And I think it was a good way for her to see kind of there was legitimacy with it, I don't know, that it wasn't just, I really think it changed her mind exactly what it was. So
I know
it was
exactly
really
what you mean. I used to like standing out in front of the place on the boardwalk just to listen to people that wanted to stop and ask questions, and I used to like answering questions or debating with haters, because that's part of, what I'm there for is just to share my education experience. So I would love it when someone would stop by and say, Well, wait a minute. What's going to take somebody what's going to stop somebody rather from going in there and buying some of this stuff and going right out on the street and then selling it to kids? And I said, well, to be honest with you, the biggest factor is going to be that they can buy it a hell of a lot cheaper on the street. And it was like, oh, I see. So it costs a little more to go inside. And it's like, well, it's, to be part of the system, and to be legal and stuff, it's worth it to get they have the better smoke in there. And, on the street, when you might get it illegal and break the law, which is the way that kids can do it, they, they can get it for a lot cheaper. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to love standing out there when people would come by, and then I'd be saying, excuse me, I always act like I own the place. I might be able to answer some questions. Yeah. A lot of good times, though. A lot of good times. We're still recovering all those RVD TV episodes. Like on my website right now, the photo albums are up finally. If you go there and look at the photos on the media page, finally, after since October, I've recovered that. The episodes are being loaded up. We got that. We got you on there a few times, Shelly, and also we had New Year's Eve there once with Booker T. Remember that, Booker T?
I freaking love Booker T, man. I love Booker T.
Booker T.
What's going on, Doc?
What up, Buck, man? Remember we had New Year's Eve down at the Kush Beach Club? That was awesome, right?
I see we're in deep conversation, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We had, and Kush had his stunt bike on there, so I'm trying to do some bike tricks and, falling and bikes, flying around and stuff.
Right.
Charmel was there. We did an episode there. Yeah, we did do some kind of deep conversation. I don't remember what we were talking about. Did we do it Friends in High Places? I know we did.
No, I'm talking about this deep conversation, man. I'm talking about, Kush Club, Beach Club, you know what I mean? I mean, the memories I know I've had there myself, I think my favorite memory was, I think it was 2007, man, New Year's Eve. That I think that was my coolest time in the club, just kicking back, chilling, bringing in the new year with friends, looking back.
I remember going upstairs one time with you when Kush was the Kushinator band they were playing. I think they were doing the Boogeyman song, but they were practicing, and we go up there and we're just sitting there have a whole live show just for us, right?
that's the coolest part right there. It was always a party. It was always cool. It was always chill. Always laid back. And that's the thing that I always refer back to as far as this situation. It's always been a laid-back situation, so I'm really not sure, why we've had so many problems trying to legalize it, and trying to just, bring it into society and make people realize and understand, what this thing is really all about.
Right, exactly. Well, if you haven't had a chance, check out my homepage, RobinM.com, and look at the trailer to this documentary doing, because it's awesome, and we really caught the spirit of what it was like down there. And Kushylicious, Kushmaster, you are off hold, so feel free to speak, sir. You had the stressful part of running the whole place. Why'd you shut down, yo?
Yo. What's up?
Why'd it stop?
What?
The Medical Kush Beach Club, the good times, the vibrations, the sun coming in through the window, the good smoking atmosphere. What happened?
The system that we have in this United States is really, really fucked up. And I had all my licenses. I had everything. I was actually the first one to go down to the city to offer to pay for the Board of Equalization taxes before any other dispensary went down there, and before they even knew that dispensaries were going to have to come down there to pay taxes. I was like, I'm here. I want to pay all my taxes. I want to do everything right. They looked at me like I was crazy. And then I called my lawyer back because my lawyer told me to go down there and just do it. Called my lawyer back, and he goes, yeah, they just enacted these. And then he goes, you probably have to go back next week. I went back next week, and they were like, oh, shit, yeah, you were right. And they were very confused because I just wanted to do everything that I had to do right. I wanted to pay all the taxes I had to. I just felt honored that I could have this place where we can actually heal and smoke and watch the beach views, and everybody could be happy, and all these sick people could, like, that are actually, like, really dying, like, legitimately dying, like that AIDS and cancer, and this is a place that they can heal and heal naturally, and yeah, it's just fucked up. It's just, I don't get it. It's like the government, the state, the city, it's like all the charges I have against me, like some of the charges I have, like on me personally, are for the state. When they took all my property and took all the bud and took all the money and seized all the accounts, that's the FBI. So it's like the state and the city and the country are like all working together and a conspiracy against this. It's like they say that they're for it, but then they'll let in the DEA and the FBI. You know, the state will let in the DEA and the FBI to just like fuck with us, and they'll support them. And it's just like, and they'll throw charges on me, and it's just, it's crazy. It's like really crazy. But one of the myths that you forgot to mention is about how all you wrestlers used to live on the third floor, and we had a big wrestling ring.
Yeah, because I would bring a lot of wrestlers in there whenever someone was in town. They would come down there, and then also Chris Masters got to be a regular. He would bring his friends in. Speaking of Masterpiece. What up,
How you doing?
Good. You better get on RVD Radio whatever.
I'm in disbelief. I got Shelly, Booker T, Kushinator, and RVD on the line. This is beautiful.
Well, also, since you mentioned it, we also got Bruce Jingles. What up, Bruce Jingles?
What's up, everybody?
I also got Justin McCauley on hold, so hold on for a second, Justin, because the lines are going to go crazy when it's open up. But Masterpiece, you used to bring wrestlers on there and shit. They thought we all lived on the third floor.
Yeah, I think Kushinator has met some of the greats, all-time greats in the business between you and me, bringing people down there every time they were in town. So, yeah, it was an exciting place, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. See, what was some of Masterpiece's favorite memories?
Well, I'll tell you what, I was listening to you guys, and I remember that New Year's that I missed that you guys were there. And one thing that stands out, I'm so bummed out that I missed that, but, I had a girlfriend at the time, obviously, so I was a little walked down. But I remember, I think Kushinator actually did a spin-a-rooney, didn't he?
I think so.
And it's video documented.
Yeah, that definitely happened.
I know what my low point is at the Kush Club. It was the altercation at one time that ended in a master lock.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. In fact, Sergeant X is going to try and call in, and he was like, hey, don't let him bring that up. I want to bring that up when Masterpiece fought. He likes to say it was the guy that played Webster. That's what he says.
No, that's, that was definitely a low point, and I remember thinking to myself then, because I was with WWE, I'm like, I have to piss in a cup every month. What the hell am I doing here anyway? So that was pretty much one of my last visits, I think, to the Kush Club, just because it became, it was bittersweet. I come down there and hang out with you guys and just watch, and, nice sights to see. But
the air was pretty thick in there, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, I want to give a special or a shout-out to Brooke. What's up, Brooke? Is he on the line?
Okay, yeah, he's still on, but he might have walked away from the phone for a second or something.
I missed that guy, man.
Oh, you know what? Boom, he just disappeared. Wow, right when you said that, he was hanging out, and then boom. All right, well, thanks for calling.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I know, man. Well, thanks for calling in, Book. And since he got off, I'm going to go ahead and let this guy on, too. Justin McCauley, you were part of there, man. You were part of the Hash Bar Olympics, and you ran the whole thing.
But, dude, I'll tell you what, that was something special right there. I couldn't believe I was in California. Thought I was in Amsterdam. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. I kind of was on the edge of my seat the whole time, thinking to myself, holy shit, what do I do? Do I run? Do I hide? Is the FBI coming? What, am I doing this? Am I here? But, yeah, it was legit, man. It was everything that Kush said it was. It was honestly a place on the beach right there for sick people to go and chill out and heal themselves. And there's a I can't, I hate to open myself up like this on air, but there is a giant conspiracy behind, the the banning of these things, and it goes against your American rights, you know, and against your American privileges, and that's part of being America, and having these great rights and this great freedom, and why we fight for it, and why our forefathers fought and died for it, and why we have this country in the first place, and to see it encroached upon and inched away like it has been is just gnarly, and to see the film Boardwalk Empire and really realize what went down there, you know, because while we were doing it, you were there, we were there, but we didn't understand the significance of what it was, you know what I mean, until probably right now, you know, and so it's cool to see that movie come about.
I knew the whole time we were there how significant it was, and I was always telling everyone on my travels, oh my God, dude, like, you have no idea what it's like in California. It's so, because when you travel, like, people freak out, and people think that it's so crazy how it can be like that. Cannabis can be treated, you know, as a Schedule I most dangerous drug, and they can actually apply that.
There's people in jail for, like, a long time, dude. Like, there's people in jail for, like, 20 years, 30 years life for marijuana, dude. Like, that's hardcore, man.
Yeah, for sure. So Booker called back. Book, I see your number. I let you on. We got Justin McCauley, Booker T, Chris Masters, Kush, Shelly Martinez, and Bruce. Bruce, you haven't really said much yet, man. We did an RVD TV episode or two down there as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my favorite memories from there, but I don't have any memories from there because I was too fucking stoned. I can't remember.
Let me get this out because I haven't even mentioned this yet, but this documentary we're talking about where you can see the trailer on my homepage, robbinam.com, that also is something everybody can be a part of because we have it on this website called Kickstarter, and Kickstarter allows people to back a movie. They can become part of it on the back end by, I guess, they donate money, and without getting a financial return, there's other incentives. Some people do really, really well on Kickstarter. Our project is on there trying to raise funds to finish the movie and to give everyone a chance to be part of it. There's a little thing that says KS, a little button on when you're watching the video on my homepage. If you hit KS, it goes to Kickstarter. Otherwise, I keep posting the link all the time to the page. And check it out if you want to be part of it. You get your name on the credits of the movie or whatever. It's pretty awesome. And we got like 48 days or something left where you can do this. And a lot of people tell me they're waiting and they're going to get a package. But if we don't get a certain amount, then none of that happens anyway. We're still going to make the movie. It's still going to be fucking awesome. There's no doubt about it. And it's going to be a classic. I watch a lot of documentaries. RVD radio listeners know. And a lot of them are about cannabis. A lot of them are boring. This one has all the education, all the facts. You get to see actual patients. Some people that, yes, are dying in front of you. You also see other people that look healthy, so they roll their pant leg up and show you what they got going on, or lift their shirt up and show you their scars. And then there's other people that look healthy on the outside that really just don't want to be arrested for enjoying cannabis, and they're adults, and medicinal use is seen on a pretty wide scale here in California, because if you constantly get headaches, if you stress, if you can't sleep, if you can't eat right, you get all kinds of pharmaceuticals prescribed to you. Those of us that know, we know that cannabis can take care of at least 80% of all of that. So you don't have to be, literally dying and taking your last breath in order to warrant adult use of cannabis. That's how we see it here in California. And when you watch this Boardwalk Empire, you're going to be able to develop your own opinions. A lot of them are going to be haters. A lot of people are going to say, oh, that's wrong. There's kids partying down there abusing the system. I love it. Bring it on. I love the controversy.
Rob,
hey, this is Booker T. You know how I am, Rob. I always got to weigh in on things and be a devil's advocate and look at things from all different perspectives. You know what I mean? And me being the broadcast journalist now, I have to ask the question. You know, do you think Kush Club was a part of its own demise?
Yes, I do. And that's actually covered in the movie. Boardwalk Empire, the tag-along line is the rise and fall of Medical Kush Beach Club, and you do see the bravest motherfucker in the industry really putting his balls out there, besides the ads on all the backs of the pop magazines. He had a billboard on Lincoln Boulevard, with him.
I saw that.
And we advertised the fuck out of these parties, and when you watch it, you're going to see he got a lot of attention. He felt like it was important for the movement, and yes, obviously, you have to think that had he gone another route, maybe it wouldn't have ended in such a way, but also, without drawing lines on where you're thinking, had he not run a marijuana dispensary, which is always going to be illegal by federal standards, then of course, then he wouldn't be in court right now either.
Yeah. That's Booker T asking the hard-hitting questions.
Right, and how about Kush responding to that? Shelly. Sorry, Shelly, I know you wanted to say something too, but Kush, can you answer that for Book?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Hi, Mr. WWE journalist and should have won the Intercontinental Belt.
What the hell? Answer the question, Kush.
But all right, here's my when we got raided on 420 of last year, yes, 420 we got raided. The medical board, the people that raided us was medical board and LA Impact. They came in, they sat me down. They go, Sean, we didn't know anything about your dispensary. We didn't know anything about you. We didn't know anything about Hash Bar TV or none of this. We're just finding out about this now. But when your partner from the business from the doctor's office, because I ran two of the biggest dispensaries on the boardwalk, and then I had doctors that moved next door to me that were doing the craziest shit. Like, I'll give you for instance, one of the doctors, he goes, he saw these patients from out of state, and back then in 2007, nobody was seeing anybody from out of state. They were from Las Vegas. They came into his office, and I was like, well, what happened? And he goes, I'll tell you about it later. The next day he comes up and he goes, remember those girls from yesterday? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I had them come to my place because I told them I couldn't write the recommendation here because they're out of state. And I told them I'd write them a recommendation. First I got them to sleep with me, and then afterwards I ripped up the recommendation, threw them $100 and told them to dip. I go, are you fucking... And then I had another doctor after that who was an abortion doctor, and he would carry around a gun with him, and he'd be swigging on Jack Daniels, and he would smell it on him. You would see the bottles in his office. So I had to get him out. So I called my lawyer, and I go, what can I do? I'm having so many problems with these doctors. He goes, you could start your own management company, and then you could work with the doctors. And I was like, all right, cool. I couldn't run two big dispensaries on the boardwalk and all these doctors on the boardwalk. So I got I had a partner that ran doctors' offices, and I was like, you run it. I don't want to hear any problems. And he goes, sure, you won't hear any problems. But he did nothing but cause problems. He would harass the doctors beside him. He got a restraining order from the doctor that was beside him for he was saying trying to run over his daughter. He got actually arrested. Oh my God! He got actually arrested. Restraining order, and then from so many complaints on him, the medical board came down and they go, Chong, like I said, we didn't know anything about your dispensary, but when your partner is causing so many problems, we came down and we investigated, and we were expecting to see his name, and we saw your name because you're the president, and then we saw your name on his dispensary. So then together, and now I'm in a conspiracy, and they're saying all this just bullshit, and all these lies, and it's just ridiculous. And that's where I'm at. He didn't hear anything about Hash Bar TV. He didn't know anything about the billboard.
No. But can I respond to that? Me being the broadcast journalist, not Booker T. But the broadcast journalist now. Take Booker T out of the question here. He's not here.
I got it.
Now, I will respond to that and say, it would be utterly impossible for them not to know when you were advertising it on the beach on a regular basis, almost pushing it.
No, I was advertising it on the beach. Yes, I was. But they did not come down to that. They came down for the drama and the problems that were with the arguing with the doctor's office.
But do you not think you brought like huge major attention to you from a negative standpoint by doing that?
No, I think it was from a positive standpoint because we're advocating that this is legal and that we're healing and helping people. And I guess it depends on the way you're looking at it. Like everybody's gonna have two views to any situation, and you can have a negative and a positive to the situation. And I try to look at it as I was educating the public, and we were letting them know that they can come in and they can heal right here.
Right. Okay. Well put. So, but basically, yeah, it's perspective and. I think anybody, that goes out there that far, is considering the consequences as they get into it. So you don't want to be a martyr, a sacrificial lamb, none of that. But it's a brave position to be in to go out there. I've thought about getting into the dispensary business, and I thought, I'm kind of out there, a high profile. A person that doesn't really want to be Tommy Chonged with pipe dreams and have the helicopters come in and all this and be made an example of. But at the same time, I try to find a balance because I do want to get the truth out there. I do want people to know, hey, guess what? Marijuana is medicinal, but the reason it's illegal is because they say it's not medicinal. People don't know that, and I do want people to know, hey, nobody has ever died from the toxicity of cannabis. It's not toxic enough to cause death. It shouldn't be treated like the most dangerous drug. I want people to know that, So I lay it out for me because I feel like, get ready to put some quotes around me here. This isn't original, but I love it. I would rather go down for what I believe in than go up for something I do not.
Well, can we just say something really quick? When I saw the trailer you had, I thought it was really well done. And, based on what you're seeing right now, I think it's really cool that you're being so open because it's almost like that balance is what you're doing. You have this name and this platform that to where people who typically wouldn't listen or just whatever, you're able, because you're Rob Van Dam, to, reach to people who are unreachable sometimes, and I just think it's really cool. So I say positive vibes to you and everyone involved. Really important.
Well, thank you very much, Shelly, and you yourself, because you're a bit of a high-profile figure also, and I see you do a lot also on your own. Like you had a reality show going there for a while that you were trying. I don't know if it's still going or not that you were trying to get attention to, and it's like you always do your part too, and it's because. Like you've told me many times, you discovered the truth about it, and you're like, holy shit, well, why don't more people know about this? It's awesome. So that's cool that I'm glad that you got to come down to the American Kush Club and Chris Masters and Jingles and everybody, Booker T. That was the place, man. When you were in town, you're like, what's going on, dog? I'm going down to Venice Beach. You wanna meet me down there? You want me to pick you up?
Heck, and the reason I say that is because I felt like it was such a cool place, you know what I mean, and had been there for such a long time. I mean, I never would imagine something like that myself. Came from Texas in a million years, seeing it so plentiful, so open, and so actually acceptable. That's why I say, that's why I asked the question, you know what I mean, because I thought it was something that could have been there for a long, long time.
Yeah, and I think sitting there for 5 years, it is or was one of the longest standing marijuana dispensaries. Isn't that right, Kush?
Yeah, and it was one of the longest ones, and there were two of them too.
Sounds like you're riding your bike while you're talking to us. We're just wind coming in.
I know. I hear a lot of wind.
Sounds like you're riding a girl's bike too. Are you riding a girl's bike?
I tell you what, though, that place is like the Cotton Club of hash bars. It was awesome.
What you doing about the Cotton Club? What you doing about the Cotton Club, man?
I know my grandfather went to the Cotton Club.
You saw the movie?
No, my grandfather used to tell stories. He grew up in New York, so he used to tell stories about it.
Okay. Yeah. he's going to mind me outing his name out there, but when Rasheed Wallace came to town, you know, I said, yeah, man, you got to check out my boy's hash bar down in Venice Beach. And it was awesome, like, walking down the boardwalk with him because I get picked off all the time. I was like, holy shit, RVD, dude, Rob Van Dam. And, you know, usually when I'm walking with a group of people, that happens. But here, there's an 8-foot-tall dude next to me, and, like, you know, and they'd be like, hey, RVD, and then we'd go by the basketball courts, and everyone's like, Sheed, yo, what up, Sheed? And there's like, I guess there's no questioning, you know, whether it's him or not when you know basketball. And dude, that was the place. At one time there was an arcade in there, hash bar, the flower shop, smoking lounge, places upstairs for the band, living quarters, doctor's offices downstairs. This building, for everyone listening, is where Jim Morrison lived. If you follow his legend, or even if you see the movie that Bill Kilmer did, he lived on the roof of a building in Venice Beach. Boom! That's our building, mother. And there's a big picture on the side of the building, painted, life size, because he was actually 3 stories tall, and that's a very historical building. And then you learn all about that in the documentary, too. I'm so excited about this Medical Kush Beach Club documentary. And when you watch the trailer, you're going to see it, just like Shelly said. And thank you for saying that. You get excited because you know it's going to be awesome. And I can't wait. Like, we don't know the distribution yet because we're putting it together, but I have high hopes. We're going to explore everything that, every way of getting us out. So it's not It's not something I'm just planning on putting on a website, man. I think I see curtains opening up for you to watch this one. It's huge.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, even if you're opening up your own curtains to let some sun in.
Hey, you want me to answer your question from earlier?
What's that?
Bob, you want me to answer your question from earlier?
Which one?
Like I was in a wind tunnel. Yeah, I don't remember the question, but this movie
you can answer it anyway.
Yeah, whatever. This movie isn't just about the Medical Kush Beach Club. It's about medical marijuana on the boardwalk. Because we also
you want to smoke the marijuana?
Yeah, and it was about the clubhouse also on the other side of the boardwalk, which was open for a year and a half. And you could actually walk back and forth. That's one of the things. When both of them were open, it was like dreamland. It was like you can go into one dispensary hash bar, smoke out, get medicated, walk down the boardwalk, go to the other place, smoke out, get medicated, walk. People would do that all day long, just walk back and forth through the boardwalk. Sick people that, like, had problems walking and they could medicate and actually walk down the boardwalk without any pain. And that's what this documentary is about, is the problems with all the doctors' offices, and actually shows you all the problems and all the arguments and you know, some of the behind the scenes with that. And it shows you behind the scenes with the Kush Clubhouse too, and just when it was like dreamland, right, Rob? Remember that?
Like dreamland?
Yeah.
Hey, Kush, now
like
you saying you had a problem with all the doctors' offices. You're not just talking about. Are you talking about all the offices that are on the boardwalk itself, or is the doctor's office that was beneath the smoke room, is that included? Or are you just talking about all the other
it's all the doctor's offices. You would think that the dispensaries would be arguing and fighting, but the dispensaries, we all got along. It was these doctor's offices that would fight over, like, territory, and it was crazy. And the reason why we promoted out on the boardwalk is because we wanted people to know that this is a healing herb. We wanted to educate people, because before the dispensaries on the boardwalk, my dispensaries, all the dispensaries were on little corners without even signs. I was the one to actually bring it out into the public to make it, like, huge, where it's like, no, we're not going to be on those little tiny side corners. We're going to be out in front of everybody, because that's where it needs to be. If you could have a bar where people are drinking on the boardwalk and acting all stupid, why can't you have a marijuana spot where people are peaceful and can think clearly and can actually, you know, be respectful to people besides, you know, acting kind of stupid? So I just looked at it like, if you could have that and you could promote a bar, why can't you have a healing place where people are not getting sick, not puking, and healing themselves? That's why I was out there in the public, on the boardwalk, in the magazines, on the boardwalk, because I actually really believe that I'm healing people and helping people, and everybody should know about it. So that's
well, you are, and you're right. You know, among the celebrities, we had Jack Harrer down there, which we filmed for RVD TV. He's a legend. He used to tell everybody about all the uses for hemp, and at first they thought he was really exaggerating until he proved there's over 25,000 uses for the plant, which is why it's illegal, because all the other businesses that would suffer want to keep it out. That's the God-honest truth, from pharmaceuticals to oil companies down to
Amen.
everything. So you're right, and Jack Harrer used to, one of his points he would drive is you can live longer. What else do people want? You can live longer. And that's based on research that people who smoke marijuana regularly actually, according to this research, they live to a longer age than people who don't smoke marijuana. They did this with people who smoke both marijuana and cigarettes, people who smoke cigarettes, or people who just smoke marijuana. And out of all three, the people who smoked marijuana lived longer. Now, I get that. I mean, I totally understand. That just makes sense with everything I know about it, because stress is the major enemy to health. That's what gets you, is anything comes at you as stress, and it makes you sick, it tears you down, it kills you, it fights your health. Marijuana fights stress off, bottom line. Whether it's, mental stress, whether you get frustrated, whether it's a sickness, whether it's a bug, it's some toxicity in your system, impurity that it's helping clean out, boom, that's what it does. So I get that, I think that the more stressed people are, especially if you see it. You see people that are hyper, type A people, that can't settle down. Sorry, but usually their heart is having a more intense life. It's working a hell of a lot harder than the hearts of some of the other guys. So, having said that, I mean, you still have to have a healthy lifestyle. You can't just sit around and smoke pot. So I'm going to live to be 100, but you might. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you won't. I get that.
So I couldn't agree with you more, RVD. The stress factor is what it's about. It's the quality of life, and the quality of life that cannabis can bring to your mornings when you're drinking your coffee, to your just whole everyday experience, and how you look at things and how you can slow life down and enjoy it. And just to overview, I just want to make sure I understand Book and I understand Kush, because I think what Kush is saying is it was the doctor's fault. It was the guys on the boardwalk that were being ridiculous and ludicrous and got all kinds of attention that was unwarranted, and that's what tore the place down and got involved. And I think what Book's saying is maybe the billboard and the website and all the stuff was a little bit over the top, and maybe if you wouldn't have been so cocky and fucked it all up, you might still have it. I think that's what Book was saying. I'm just saying. I just wanted to make sure I was clear on that.
But I didn't look at it like I was trying to be cocky, though. I looked at it like if you could promote for beer and you could promote for pills and people that harm, you got commercials on TV that actually tell you that these pills cause death. If you could have commercials for side effects like that, now that this is legal in California, we should be standing up and saying, this is right. This is wrong what they're doing, and that's what I'm trying to do, is say that we're right. You know what I'm saying? We're really trying to help. There's no side effects.
100% right, Kush. That's your rights. Those are your rights. And once they open the floodgates, they should have been prepared for that, and they should have known that. They should have set guidelines, perimeters, something for people to know about and go by. But instead, you pushed the envelope. You went out there and you said, well, I'm going to be the first to do it. I'm going to go as big as you can. This is the way I'm going to approach it. I'm going to approach it like a mainstream business. And you went for it. But I'm not looking like I was pushing. I looked like I was trying to help. And it was like, no, now that this is legal, all right, cool, it's legal. I want to educate everybody. I wasn't looking at it like, oh, I'm trying to piss anybody off. I'm looking at like I'm trying to help people. I was looking at it like with an open heart, and there was a negative to that, obviously.
And for doing that, by the way, you're a hero to many. And when this movie comes out, a lot of people are going to be behind you, and you're going to be a legend. Seriously, but at the same time, get ready for what Justin's saying. There are going to be a lot of haters, and there's going to be a lot of people that are advocates in the industry. They're going to feel, like, man, he should have got shut down. That's what, there's always that. So get ready for that, because this is going to reach, a lot of people.
Rob, I mean, Miss Booker T, I wouldn't call them haters. You know what I mean? I would just say people that's got a different opinion, because I think myself.
Oh, okay,
personally,
that's fair if you want to get technical. I just think
okay.
I'm using that as a loose term.
I think myself personally, you know, I mean, I sit here and I listen in on the conversation, and me personally, I'm an advocate myself, you know. But when I hear a person say, you know, I had a club on one side and a club on the other side, and you know, you can go from one place to the other place and the other place all day. I don't think that's pushing for advocacy, because I don't think that's a person that's really needing it, you know, for medicinal purposes, you know, so to speak. If that's what they're doing all day, you know what I mean. So me personally, I don't look at it that way. And then on the other hand, like I say, when I say pushing it and pushing the envelope, when you got girls out on the beach saying, you know, come in and get your marijuana card, you know, if I was a Republican walking by, I would be thinking about how am I going to shut this place down immediately. That's what I would be thinking personally.
Right. And Book, I had to put you on mute because we only got a couple of minutes left, and you guys are opening up like a whole other hour of conversation. I'll let you respond to that, Kush, but I also, Officer X just called, and so did Reed. I want Reed to talk about Kickstarter. But real quick, just to respond to what Book said, what I would say to the Republican that walks by and says, how am I going to close this place down? I would say, sir, why you want to put this back out on the streets? We have a regulated system. This guy is paying his taxes. We make over $100 million in taxes in this state, and we fucking need the money, and people like you want to come down and shut it down. Now, what's going to happen? Are all the people that go there going to quit smoking marijuana? No. They're going to go out to the streets. They're going to buy their marijuana illegally. They're not going to have to show their ID. It's not going to be regulated. They're not going to know what's in their weed. Then they're going to use all the statistics of people being fucked up, going to jail, kids going to rehab. They're going to use that against marijuana. That's how it happens. Kush, I know you want to respond, but try and do it quick. I want Reed to talk about Kickstarter.
Yeah, I just really felt that I was really helping people, like the way that I could promote for it. Like you could promote for beer with a hot girl standing out front and kids are walking by.
Oh, they do. Can I just say this, by the way? Beer, with all the advertisement they do with alcohol during the sports games and all the ads, the magazines and billboards, that brings in I think about $134 billion roughly for the country. Marijuana has no advertisement whatsoever, and all the money is spent to fight against marijuana and outlaw it, yet it still does like over $113 billion, which is the same amount basically as alcohol. Just so you know, people do like the safer choice.
But I don't understand, like Booker, you're hurting my feelings here.
No, he just wants, he knows he's bringing up some points. I have him on mute because I really want to let Reed on.
So I know. I was totally joking. I was just being sarcastic. But I'm
gonna let Reed on. I'm warning you. You got 30 seconds to defend for yourself.
But yeah, like I was said, I'm just going to repeat it basically. Like I really feel that we were helping people, and I wanted to educate people. And you can educate people with pills and death and these side effects with death, but you can't allow to educate people with a hemp and herb, a healing product that can actually heal this whole world if we were growing this. Like that's what I really believe. Like Jack Harrow, we should be educating people. That's why I was like, I had that store on the boardwalk, and I was like, finally, I got this platform. That was my platform to educate people. You got the craziest people on the boardwalk talking the stupidest shit, and the guy going, what, Merry Christmas, give me money for alcohol, I need to get drunk, all that shit. You got old men walking on the boardwalk begging for money so that they can get drunk and they can get wasted and they get fucked up. But you're not allowed to have people hot girls educating people about this healing herb that has no side effects.
Right, okay. Nikki Starr is telling me that we can go past the time if we want, and this is good conversation. So Book, hold on 1 second. I'm going to take you off of mute, and Justin. Let me say hi to Sergeant X real quick, and then, let me get Reed on here real quick.
Get everybody off, RVD. Get everybody off hold, okay? Just get everybody off hold.
And get everybody off hold, okay.
Yep.
Even Justin, and he's going to talk a lot. No, sorry, Justin, just talking. Okay, boom. Everyone's on.
Wait, let me just tell him. Let everybody else have a turn.
Everybody's on, including Sergeant X and Reed, who just walked into the room.
Now, you can go for another hour, okay? And this is a great conversation. I hope you keep going.
Okay, well, fuck it. Let's keep it going. Sergeant X, you were down at Venice Beach when you came in, an officer of the police department of anonymous place where the Simpsons live. What did you think of their place? What did you think of the place?
I thought it was fascinating. It was real interesting clientele, and people looked like they were enjoying something that was legal.
And you were also fascinated with the whole culture out here, right? How, like, you could see, like me and all my friends and everybody, how cannabis is such a part of the culture. It's part of the everyday. It's like something that people do, and it's accepted. And, I mean, that's fair to say, right?
What I found amazing was the judgment-free zone, which I thought was pretty powerful,
Did you see a violent community? Did you see a
I saw a bunch. No, well, yeah, kind of. I saw Masterpiece get in a fight with the guy who looked like he played Webster.
Yeah, and he just hung up, too, a few minutes ago.
Did he tell that story?
Yeah, he didn't give it in detail. I told him you wanted to.
Yeah, the guy looked like a cross between Arnold from Different Strokes and Webster.
All right, so boom, we made it. It's been a while since we've gone over, but it's an hour right now, which the show was going to go for an hour, but it goes on to the archives. People are listening live. I guess they won't hear the rest of it, but fuck them. No. Thanks for listening. Whatever. Check out the archive later because we're going to keep it going. And Reed, I want to give you a minute to talk about Kickstarter and tell us exactly. And thanks for calling, Reed. How are you, dude? Good.
I'm really great. Thanks for having me on, and hello to everybody on the call. I appreciate you letting me talk for a minute, but I was just here in the tail end of that conversation, and just like kind of what Sean said, it was our job to bring this conversation out in the open by all means necessary, so people that are against or for it can have an open forum of discussion and be exposed to it in a way that's positive and interesting. And we weren't always about being a hidden location where it was a seedy back alley place where you could come get your medication. We were more like the brightest color in the rainbow of the industry, and with over 100,000 patients coming in monthly, we were one of the biggest, obviously. And one of the biggest misnomers is that people think that there are people who are not in need of these medications when they were coming in, and that's absolutely not true. You can see by watching Hash Bar TV and all the episodes that we put out that the majority of the people who are coming in there are absolutely in need of these medications, and they absolutely provide a positive benefit for their day-to-day life. And I think that's the biggest misnomer in the industry as a whole. In terms of Kickstarter and what we're trying to do there with Rob Van Dam as the executive producer, and we have Tommy Chong, and we have appearances by Be Real and some other celebrities within the community who medicate this way as well, is we're really giving fans and supporters of the movement a chance to become a part of this documentary by not only backing the project and getting some really cool autographed incentives from Rob Van Dam and Tommy Chong and Sean Kush and the directors and the producers, but they'll also get a chance, at some of the higher incentive levels to meet RVD and Tommy Chong and to come to a screening in Los Angeles. And heck, we'll even smash RVD on the head with the chair and he'll autograph it for you if you're that interested. So in addition to that, you can get your name listed in a special 420 thanks and a Kickstarter thanks from Tommy Chong and RVD and the credit to the move. So this is a really good opportunity for people to become a part of a project that's going to change history. And the overall goal with this documentary really is to continue this conversation in a positive way and show people what good and the negatives are. All
right, hold on a second, Reed. We need some quality control, Nikki. I got everybody off the hold, and so that you know, Reed and Sergeant X, we just followed. We got Shelly Martinez, we got Kush, Bruce Jingles, Booker T, Reed, Justin McCauley, Sergeant X. All these people are all online still right now. We've lost the masterpiece, but everyone's so.
Hey, RVD, GMC, man. I want to just make sure that everybody knows that weed knows no politics. Weed knows no Republican. Weed knows no Democrat. It's just there for everyone to enjoy. I mean, I don't think that a Republican or a Democrat, if they
done deal, pal.
Enjoy it. I don't think it matters what you are. If you walk up to that and you don't like it, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, you don't like it.
I agree.
I know
people that are
and that kind of stuff. I mean, that kind of campaigning during presidential election time book, I think is cheap. I think it's dirty pool.
and I'm just calling a personal flagrant foul. But I'm
that's not why.
No,
that's not why I say that. Reason why I say that is because I say, you know, if you're trying to do this and you're trying to bring it to the forefront from a respectable standpoint where everybody can enjoy it, you know, on a legal playing field. No doctor's office that I've ever gone to ever had hot chicks outside their office saying, "Come in and get some training."
Amen.
Wait.
Okay, so that's what I'm just telling like it is. You know what I mean? You can like me or not like me for it, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? So I've gone to several doctor's offices throughout my life, and I've never seen one saying, "Come in and get the drugs. Come in and get the whether they write the prescription or not."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They have hot chicks.
Okay, so RVD, look, you're gonna have to just cut off Justin for a second, okay?
Hold on a second, Justin. Nikki Star's expanding it.
They should have hot chicks in front of doctor's offices when you get your prostate checked.
Well, now listen.
Or when you're going to donate sperm, allegedly they're there to get your hands out.
All you motherfuckers.
All right, go ahead, Nikki.
Important to say. Booker T is so correct because if we go about this as a point of like alcohol, it's for entertainment. Alcohol does not cure anything. We all know that. Okay?
No, actually, I'll come back to that point. I'll come back to that point after you've said this, what you have to say.
All right, I'll be quick. I just want to say that I think Booker T has a really good point about saying that it's really not about getting the doctor involved. It's really about how bad is this? It is so much better than alcohol. It's so much better. And I know you won't argue that, and I know Booker T won't and Kush won't, and neither will, Justin, but I'm just saying that if really we go about it kind of a different way, maybe as prohibition, I don't know.
Well, that's it. We need... Can I just comment? People are afraid if you legalize it, it's going to be easier for kids to get. I disagree. We're talking about applying a regulatory system, which is what we need.
But can somebody please respond to what I just said?
Yeah,
nobody want to respond to that. Everybody want to sweep it under the carpet. If we wouldn't be going this extra, wait a minute. If we wouldn't be going this extra hour, if I wouldn't have brought up these issues.
True that.
So I want somebody to answer what I just said.
I agree.
You understand my English?
Yes, hear my English.
That's why you ask the hard-hitting questions.
Correct. Can I say something about this?
Please do.
It's really interesting because, like, me being that, like, I really try to embrace, like, working in the cannabis community, there's definitely times where, I've taken, like, modeling gigs where it's, like, cannabis-related. And to me, it's fun. And it's really been cool as far as, like, catering to that community that's already for it. But what I learned is that made my mom dislike it even more. And you know what I mean? And it's, like, I kind of feel that when I started to look at it as more of a, okay, those are the people that need to be catered to with information, because I used to be one of them, like, you know what I mean, back in the day. So I kind of, like, I get personally put off when I go past a place and there's people and they're like, the doctor's in and, like, trying to pull me in, and I'm thinking, to me, sometimes I even chuckle. I'm like, haha, the doctor is in if I'm medicated. But when my mom's hearing this, my grandma's hearing this, it's not looking like they're automatically going to put that wall up, because I kind of feel that type of advertisement is kind of, if you're cool with it, it doesn't bother you, but if you're already thinking it's a negative thing, I think it kind of adds to that negative. And
right. Shelly, okay, so you're so beautiful. Would you advertise for Jose Cuervo?
But here's the thing. The difference, I know when you guys said that earlier.
Yes, you would.
Unfortunately, right now, cannabis isn't where alcohol is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's going to be certain things that, like I know earlier Kush had said, well, how come a girl, like, with the beer thing? And I agree. I'm with you. I'm right there. However, the people out there that don't understand, that are misinformed, they don't view it in the same terms. Even if they want to say, they want to legalize it and make it like it, they still don't understand what that even means. So they're still going to be okay with a girl doing a Corona ad versus a girl. It's not right. I'm not saying it's right, but
then, Shelly, they're dying of liver disease, okay?
I know.
Right? How sad is that?
Can we be
the thing is, the thing is, you know, when you make a statement like that, you're talking about somebody that's making a choice to ruin their own liver. That's their choice. You know what I mean? And then you ask the question about would she do a half or Jose Cuervo? Heck yes, because she's going to get paid a whole lot of money and she's going to be on TV and it's going to act for something that's legal. Yes. We're talking about something that's not legal, and we're talking about a doctor, somebody that's supposed to be a doctor, a physician, someone almost at a PhD level, maybe not be, but he's claiming to be a doctor and he's got someone else saying come in. Come on now. Don't close your eyes. You're
devil's advocate.
Wait a minute.
I'm just trying to be. I'm for real. I'm a real person. Everybody knows.
I agree,
Rob knows. I mean, we've had debates on many occasions about many things, and I can only be honest and truth about if you're going to advocate. Do it the proper way. If you want to bring it to the forefront, do it the proper way. I mean, go through the proper channels. I mean, but like I say, if you're going to look here, like I say, Kush is my homie. RVD is my homie. This conversation we're having is real talk. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a whole lot more listeners in on the next conversation when they hear Booker T is going to be on the controversial Booker T. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm always like this. But like I say, I'm an advocate just like everybody you know, on this panel. But I just feel like it's got to be done properly, and no disrespect or anything, you know, or anything like that to you or anything, because I mean, I don't want to, you know, mess about our friendship or anything like that, because we homies. This is real.
No, okay, come on. It's not about it. Obviously, it's not about that. But let me address a couple things. If anyone says anything, I'll put you on hold because I do have that power. Couple things here that I would like to address. First off, Booker was asking about the girls promoting the doctor's office. I don't have a problem with it. I think, like Shelly said, if you've already got like a negative aspect and you want to attach that to it, then you can group it in there and make it seem bad. But if you separate it by itself, okay, you have a business. That's what the doctor's office is. You're going to advertise it. You may want to put a business card size ad on the back pages of the phone book. You may think that's the best way for you to reach your clientele. However, if your office is on Hollywood Boulevard also, but if it's on Venice Beach, Ocean Boulevard right there, and everyone's going by, you know, riding their bikes and rollerblading and stuff, and you think, you know, especially that the standard that's out there already fits this, and you think, yeah, it'd be a good idea to pay somebody out there to hand out the business cards instead of somebody having to look at the phone book. That's your right, and it's not an an inappropriate thing to think. You know, it's not always a hot girl, but that is a great way to get attention. Lots of times it's a little Mexican boy out there doing the exact same job. I don't have a problem with that. I don't think it in any way that it makes the business seem illegitimate. But I also want to address something else when it comes to alcohol. Nikki had said nobody would consider alcohol medicinal. I have to disagree. Here's what I say on marijuana in the medicinal part. It makes coping with pain better. Cannabis does. If you smoke a doobie, you go, oh man, my body feels better. Those aches went away. If you take a prescription pain pill, like say hydrocodone or oxycodone of any strength, if it works for you, it makes the pain go away. Your elbow hurts you, your back hurts you, something. You take this medicine and it goes away. Well, guess what? RVD has such a low tolerance to alcohol. If you set a bottle of beer in front of me, if I get 2 inches of alcohol gone from the top of it, I'm not lying, anybody can test me on this, my pain goes, it feels better, and it goes to my head, and I feel better. I'm like, whoa, I say this all the time. I'm not recommending this for anybody, but I'm just saying this for the argumentative point. Almost every time I have a drink and my back feels better, and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I mean, I've been in a bad mood for the last 2 hours because my back's been having this annoying cramp in it. Right now I'm in a good mood. I'm lifted because I forgot my back even hurts. Guess what? That's medicinal to me. It's medicinal to the spirit. It's an actual physical reaction that happens from the drug that I took, and that is medicinal. So in the same way, marijuana cannot be denied from my perspective. Okay, so you get that. You're with me on that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's why when people say, He doesn't need marijuana. What's he dying from? I say, what's with the need? Why do we have to wait till we need? Do we only drink water when we're so dehydrated that, our last swallow is what's keeping us alive? No. To keep balance, we drink water throughout the day. We keep hydrated. If people choose to keep medicated through cannabis and choose to live that life like a lot of people do in California, and a lot of, over 50% of American adults had admitted to trying it. Many of them continue regularly smoke and can function with it. Then that's perfectly fine, and that's their choice as well. And people that really get into it, like Shelly's saying, people that really know from both, from studying, will know that, like my mom, who's taken Prozac, for as long as I can remember, my dad, who's taken Zoloft, my sister takes Zoloft, my brother takes Prozac. I don't take any depression medication. Of course, I do medicate though. So, who's to say that if I ate a pill every 8 hours and kept on that's the smart, or that's the safe, or that's the right way to do it? I'll tell you who says that. Big Pharma, because they're making money.
You're right. Big Pharma is the enemy.
Those motherfuckers.
Right?
Big Pharma.
Well, you guys, I gotta go. I had fun talking to you guys. But positive vibes to all of you, and good luck with everything.
Same to you,
okay.
Shelly.
All right, Shelly. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
You got anything to plug, Shelly? Okay, she's out, yo. Cool. All right, so we still got Justin McCauley, Booker T, Bruce Jingles. We've gone over. I don't know how long we want to go over. It's 15 minutes after. But, hey, what happened to Kush, by the way? How did we lose him? He's the one that we're talking about.
Kush got hot, man. Kush got hot. I think he fell off his bike.
I'm going to send him a text right now. Reed, I put the trailer to the video up on my homepage now, so if you go to robvandam.com, right there in the middle of it, bam, got the video. So, other than that...
What the fuck?
What I missed?
RVD, JMC, gotta say something. Dude, before this movement happened, everybody was fine, dude. Everybody was still smoking. Like, everybody had still done it. If they wanted to do it, they could do it. If they wanted to find it, they could find it. Like, it wasn't a problem. You know what I mean? Right. Now that this movement happened, all of a sudden it exploded on everybody and everything. Next thing you know, you have billboards and fucking TV shows and people on the boardwalk scaring people from Wisconsin that are Christians or Mormons or something. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden the city of LA is going, what do we do about this, dude? Everybody's freaking out, and the feds are going, hey, California, we're cutting off your funding if you don't shut that shit down. And they're like, what do you want us to do? It's fucking pass. So we have this huge dichotomy, this big problem, and I think it has to be done classy. If we want it to stay alive and we want it to have the legs to run and to be lasting and to really hold a firm grasp on the American public, and especially right here locally in California, we have to do it classy, behind the velvet rope, where there's not a lot of I guess in your face type of propaganda that scares people that aren't advocates. Like, you say it's medicine. You say you need it on a daily. You get to use it so you don't have.
I don't say you need it. That's the point that I just made. Some people may need it, and they'll stand there and say, you don't understand. This is what keeps me alive. I almost died. This saved my life. I'm saying, like everything in life, I don't believe you have to need it in order for it to be valid, in order for its existence to be valid.
Can I comment on that?
But exactly my point. So that being said, there's people out there that don't think it should be in anyone's life at all, and they're scared of it. So we have to kind of keep it away from those people so they don't complain and make it hard on us. And we can't just go and put it in their face. That's where we're having the problem. You know what I mean?
You know what? This Booker T. Let me weigh in on that right there. I went to the car wash yesterday to wash my car, and I had the music slightly turned up when I was getting ready to wipe it off and drive down. And this old white lady, she came and asked me, could I turn my music off because it's offending me? That's what she told. That's what she said. No, that's what it does. She said, and I know she didn't hear one word of it. She probably just heard the beat. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about, and that's the issue right here that we're talking about. And that's
ignorance.
what, everybody needs to understand, as far as pushing it forward.
Oh.
Well, listen, can I just comment on the marketing?
Do that help you a little bit?
Well, let me hey, Rob, can I comment on the marketing real quick? Just because I feel like, right now, the way that typically advertising works is that they market and advertise to the biggest possible demographic within an industry. And right now, it's sad to say, the average user and smoker of marijuana is still in that realm where they're into Cypress Hill, they're into Tommy Chong, they're your average users. So you're absolutely right. We do need to elevate the medical marijuana industry into that classy sort of, I'm medicating myself for the purpose of feeling better. But until we pull that rubber band further and push the envelope further to get it there, you're still going to see people marketing to the lowest common denominator in the biggest demographic. That's why you have these kind of, like Sona Patel. She's a doctor. She's a pretty lady. She uses her sex appeal to bring people into her office. That's why in the industry and all the trade shows you have hot girls and you have people really touting that industry because that's who they're catering to. And it's just like when Tommy Chong did it back in the 70s and he started pushing the envelope. People thought he was like a devil incarnate just for speaking about it, but he pushed the envelope along, and that's what we're trying to do is keep pushing the envelope, and then it'll settle down in a place where everybody's comfortable because the conversation has been elevated.
Fair enough.
All right, so also, Justin, I think you're saying, can we keep it away from the people that don't want to see it? No, it has to be brought out in order for it to be accepted. In fact, that's a backwards movement to try to keep it under the ground. It's exactly what we need, the opposite of what we need to do, because with keeping it away from people comes dark ages. It keeps people from learning the truth about it, so they can always just say, well, I heard it's like coke and acid. I don't want to learn anything more about it. I don't have to learn anything more about it. It's not part of my life. It doesn't affect me. It's just people that I don't even know that are, probably bad street punk people that live under the ground.
It's not always it's not always something you want your kids to see. You know what I mean? And you don't want
my kids to be educated on it. I want the kids to know this is not for kids. You're developing. If you stray from even sobriety, I don't want you drinking. I don't want you smoking. This is for adults. What's that?
You don't have kids.
No, but if I had kids, I wouldn't want them to think, I wouldn't want to say, listen, trust me, this will kill you. And then they say, well, Dad, I think you're lying to me. I mean, I understand a lot of successful, healthy, even athletes.
I use marijuana, and I wouldn't want my kids to use it.
Yeah.
Why?
But you're also saying the same thing. What about you're going to see that. What about the alcohol commercial?
Let me wait. I'm just saying here. I wouldn't want them to.
Stay on the air of RVD Radio.
Let me weigh in on that right there. I may be the only one in this.
We need buzzers so everybody can buzz in.
I know, right?
Yeah, like I said, I might be the only one in this group that got kids. So let me weigh in on that.
Got kids.
I got a 27-year-old. I got a 27-year-old, and I got 18-month-old twin. Now,
Bruce has 5 kids. Just hasn't met them.
Let me finish. The thing is, in that right there, I wouldn't want you educating my kids on what marijuana does to a person. I think that's a parent's issue to educate their kid on something like that, and that's why it has to be regulated from a certain perspective. Like I wouldn't want my kid walking on the beach and seeing somebody saying, "Come in here and try something that I don't want my kid to try." Do you understand what I'm saying?
Nobody does that. Nobody says, "Kids, come on in here and try this."
No, but what I'm saying is kids walk on that beach. Kids walk on that seawall. Kids hear it just like everybody else do, and they're going to want to try it just like everybody else do. And if you think that's right, it's a problem.
No, I don't want them to try, but shouldn't they go, Dad, what's he talking about? And then they give you the chance.
What if the kid is not with their dad? What if they're with another kid?
Well, they're not going to get in, Book. They're not going to be able to get in unless they show an ID that says they're old enough. You got to get a doctor's recommendation. What you need to worry about is when they go around the corner and then they got the dudes that are selling it out of the trunk of their car.
Like I said, that's why I'd say it's the parents' job to educate on something like that. It's not your guys' right or because it's
how
not
many
legal.
times-
If it was legal, you know, it would be a different story. But when it's not legal, it's hard to say.
And real quick, I never made you buy fucking weed out of the trunk of my car.
There you go.
I always delivered it straight to your house. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, RVD,
who really buys weed out of the trunk is somebody's car in an alley? That's bullshit.
Okay.
The weed games run by people with love. You know what I mean? Like everybody's just trying to help each other out.
You want to smoke the marijuana?
Okay, but
it's
wait.
like a family vibe. It's a family thing. It's to be passed on to generations when the time's right, if the time's right, if it's that person's deal.
Yeah, exactly. I think that too.
Okay,
That's
listen,
the way I look
RVD.
at it.
RVD, listen, I have to say just one more thing, all right? And we only have like 30 more minutes, and you can keep going as long as you want. However, I have a son who's about to turn 18. I would rather that he smoked marijuana than drank, ever, in a million years, just so you know. Okay.
I agree. You know what? And I agree with you 100%. I'm not saying that. that. I wouldn't want my kid to have one drink or smoke a cigarette in their life. I mean, if they smoke marijuana, I would have no problem with it. But like I say, that's their choice. That's their choice to make when they get that. It's like you just said, 18 years old. 18 years old.
Okay, so wait, Booker. Should there never be any advertising at all for anything, even McDonald's? Or
you know what? Like I say, let me answer that question. Let me answer that.
Okay.
You know, I feel like you can advertise hamburgers. I feel like you can advertise fixing somebody's car. You can advertise lemonade on the corner. You know what I mean? But when you attach doctor to it, it's a fraternity. When the word doctor is put in with this, that's where everything changes it right there.
Right.
Because doctor is a legitimate title.
I agree. I do agree with that. That's why I think it should be made legal like alcohol, because alcohol.
It's exactly my point. Until it gets made legal, that's my beef, and that's my thing, and I keep going back to that because. Go ahead.
Well, let's do this real quick. Just, when it comes to, if we're going to make it legal specifically for medicinal purposes and not for recreational use, in advertising, that means that you have to follow a lot more stringent rules with advertising, just like with pills and other prescription medication. If we go for legalization as a whole, like complete decriminalization, then that opens it up to all kinds of advertising.
Okay, guys, I understand that. That's what maybe the guidelines should be changed. Maybe the word doctor should not be used. Maybe that word should be taken out. Maybe it should be something else in order to make it move to the forefront, because that right there, when you put that title under it, it screws everything up.
You're right.
It screws everything up.
Yep.
There's two different angles, though. I mean, if you're talking about doctors' offices prescribing medication because you have to get a recommendation to get medicated.
Wait a minute. There's two kind of doctors. There's two kind of doctors in this world. There's two kind of doctors in this world. One that go and get a degree, and one that's an honorary doctor. Ain't no other doctors.
A doctor does not write a prescription for Jack Daniels, right, Booker T?
Excuse me?
A doctor does not write you a prescription for Jack Daniels, correct?
No.
All right, then.
That's a personal choice for me to drink if I want to drink. That's personal because it's legal. Like I said, a doctor don't have to prescribe that. Like I say, but when you put the term doctor under anything, if you're not an honorary doctor, at some college or something because you're a professor, you haven't went to school and gotten a degree, you ain't no doctor.
I agree.
Well, yeah, but these are doctors. You know that book, right? I mean, two things I want to...
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's not what my point is. My point is when you put marijuana and doctor under the same terminology and it's not legal, it can't be right. That's where it's screwed. I mean,
when you get to the bottom line. When you get to the bottom line of it anyway, it's all ridiculous. I mean, marijuana, it's an indigenous plant. It grows naturally here in California. The best in the world comes from here. They trained it, took it to Holland, started growing it there, and Amsterdam became famous. This is the land of weed. I mean, to know that it's regulated and you need a doctor to give you a prescription to go and find a bush that weeds grow naturally here. They can just
look at guys. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is the way I look at it. I mean, we don't really even need a doctor to tell us what it does. I mean, we can know, from junior high school what it does. If
you like it or you don't by the time you're probably 12 or 13 or 14 years old.
Well, like I say, wait a minute, guys, wait a minute. Well, slow down for one second here. My thing is this: if you ask me personally, I say God put it here, and it's for you and me. But like I say, that ain't what we're talking about. You know,
there's another subject.
Can
I just say this? First off, just because I don't want people confused that are listening, marijuana is non-prescribable everywhere because of the federal guidelines of it being non-medicinal. Therefore, we have 16 states with medicinal properties where legitimate MDs that have studied and that realize and believe in the benefits of the plant have a system of recommendation. They look at you, they check your heart and stuff. If they find no reason why you shouldn't try cannabis and a reason to believe that you could benefit from it, they give you a card that says a doctor recommended this for you, and that's our system right now. So it's actually not prescribable, and the reason that we do that, in 1970, Richard Nixon put marijuana on the controlled substance list. So because it's a controlled substance, we can't, like Justin said, just go out in nature and find it. We have to have some kind of regulatory system unless we take it out of the controlled substances, which that's not going to happen. We're looking for reclassification or big dreaming declassification, which would mean take it out of there and maybe I think make a system like alcohol where people who qualify, which means adults, can get it. Now, what's very popular in the movement, and even people that try to shut down the industry, even Barry McCaffrey, the drug czar that I debated with on MSNBC, all of them have a common belief that, you know what, just grow it, live up in the woods, grow it on your own, no one will have a problem with you. I see their point. They don't want the transactions and the money and this and that, but the biggest problem with that, it's fucking hard, man. You can't fucking just grow your weed. I mean, we're not all fucking farmers, and it's not something. I mean, it takes a lot of love, a lot of care. I mean, you can throw some seeds out and maybe hope nature will do it, but if you know what you're doing, especially if you're sick and it takes like 90 days, minimum for some shit to cycle through and stuff, and you're sick and they want you to be out there, raking the soil with a hoe, that's totally unreasonable.
Dude, there's always been farmers, though. There's always been a crop. There's always been people that have taken care. And there's been an industry before this movement. There's always been guys that have taken care of it. Like, if you didn't grow your own, there was somebody that grew enough that it got trickled down to you somehow, some way. It's always been a friendly business. There didn't need to be regulations on it. There didn't need to be any of that. It was always handled from friend to friend. And, I mean, that being said, when you're talking about the way you're talking about it, it's as if it needs to be controlled, it needs to be regulated, and all these sorts of things. It was doing just fine before the movement came along, and that's my feeling.
Right.
Well, it was, so now we move forward, so let's get it fine again. So read the link to that Kickstarter site where people can find out how they can become part of this movie and be a backer for Boardwalk Empire. The link is so long it's hard to just tell people go to Kickstarter.com. So I mean, I have the video on my website, but then you still got to find the KS button and go to that. How are you telling people they can get the information?
Let me tell you guys, after listening to this conversation, you really want to check it out.
Yeah.
And Booker T, this is Reed here. Booker T, we'd love to get you on an interview for the movie too, and you too, Justin. We'd love to have you involved in the movie just so you can voice your opinion.
I'd be honored. I'd be truly honored. Thank you.
And for people to find out more about it, just go to Hashbar TV on Facebook. Just go facebook.com/HashbarTV, or you can go to hashbar.tv, or you can even go to the medicalkushbeachclub.com, or you can even look for Medical Kush Beach Club, or look at RVD or Tommy Chong. Anybody will have links up everywhere. Or if you go to Kickstarter.com, you can just search for Weed Documentary, and it'll come right up.
All right. I'll be checking it out.
Yeah, it's I'm really proud. I got a lot of stuff going on my plate right now that I'm excited about. The big action movie. I'll be breaking news on that like any day, and a bunch of stuff. But this one, I'm as excited about anything because I know it's going to be a fucking classic. It's got everything plus everything the other ones don't have in it, and you just when you see the video, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get the spirit of it. You're gonna see the hot girls and the beautiful beach, and you're gonna see the characters. You're gonna see the sick people.
Can't wait.
Gonna see people having a good time. You know, whether they're sick or whether how come people can't enjoy themselves and be smiling and laughing while they're people like to use that against. Oh, they're not medicating. Look at them. They're abusing it. Why? Because they're laughing and shit. What? You're allowed to laugh at the bar. All right. I got a question for you, Nikki Star.
All right, baby.
Kush, he laughed because he had to talk to his lawyer. I have a text conversation going on.
That's why he left. He was pissed.
I thought he was. I was wondering, so I'm texting him like, dude.
Okay, all right.
So he's trying to call in, but because the show's not going live, he can't.
Yeah, he can't.
We can't call him either.
Well, wait, let me try. Hey, have SVD text me his number, okay? And I'll try.
I'll text you his number, okay.
Thank you.
And then we'll give Kush another few minutes. And I don't know how long you guys want to go, but so far Booker T's dropped off and came back on. Masters dropped. Sergeant X dropped. Kush has dropped. We're going to try and get him back on. Charlie Martinez has dropped. Shelly Martinez, we got still Nikki Star, Bruce Jingles, Booker T, Reed, Justin McCauley, and SVD is in the room. Jingles is texting me saying he's got a bail, though. What's up, Bruce? You going?
I got to get, are you going to go another half hour?
Yeah, wait. 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Okay.
Right. But I need you to say something really quick for me, okay? Can you tell my son he's going to turn 18 next month? Tell him.
Happy
Shelby,
birthday.
motherfucker.
Okay.
Say Shelby, motherfucker. Shelby.
Shelby, motherfucker.
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, since we're doing requests, book, Nikki said that her son, Shelby, who's turning 18, no, Denton, not her son. Happy birthday, Shelby. She texted me that her man, no, it's Denton, not even your man. Okay, so nobody's man, English, what do they call them? Limeys?
Right. He's a wanker.
He's a wanker, that's what I'm looking for. Once Booker to say ducky, quack, quack. Hey, what the fuck is that about? Do you know, Booker? I don't.
Ducky, quack, quack is a... I know what ducky, quack, quack is.
Ducky, quack, quack.
Ducky, quack, quack.
That's one of my old lines, man. Actually, it's an old comedian named Shecky Decky Decky.
Yeah, quack, quack.
I stole all of his stuff.
Okay, all right, we got it. Dude, I stole all
of his material.
You mean see it as stuff?
Say what?
You mean see it as stuff?
Yeah, heck no, I don't miss it because I'm using it all.
Ducky, ducky, quack, quack.
Okay, so Nikki, I texted you Kush's number so you can see if you can call him.
You don't have any call out. I don't know. Do you have a call out option on yours? I do not.
No.
Get Kush back on the line. I didn't mean to hurt his feelings or anything like that.
I think he's
you're out.
I know he's pissed at me, for telling the truth, but that's what I do. Like I said, I'm the controversial Booker T. I make ratings go up.
The hard-hitting question.
I agree. No, and I totally agree with you because I have a son who's 18, and you're bringing up the devil's advocate, and that's what we need. I do think that you looking at it, taking away from...
Let me tell you something. Book always looks at stuff wrong, and I'm always right when we see things.
Wait a minute. You must don't remember the last conversation we had where your whole audience was pissed at you.
That's not the way I remember.
They all were on my side.
Actually, I do remember that. But I was okay with it, man, because very often the right person stands alone. I mean,
maybe the wrong person stands alone.
Hey, what would Jesus do?
Back on the line. He's on the freeway with me.
Dick-headed bastard came up with that thing.
Okay, all right, so I got Kush on line one, so I'm going to try and put him on conference call if I can figure out how to do this. Hopefully it'll work.
Come here.
What do I do, baby? Hit hold and then, wait.
You there?
What are y'all doing?
Okay, just so you know that dead air is bad air. Dead air is bad air.
Dead air is bad.
Correct. So Bruce Jingles, what are you doing?
Quack.
Wait, what are you doing tonight, Bruce? What are you doing tonight, baby?
Am I performing? No. I will be smoking. I will be headlining my couch.
Hey, Kush, are you on the line with us?
I'm still pissed off. But I'll be performing tomorrow. I'm doing a private party tomorrow. But I'm at, if anybody's in L.A. or in California, I'll be at the Boba Casino next Wednesday.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Kush.
Yo, if you put smoke in the air, it won't be dead air.
Damn it, Kush.
Hey, can you hear him, Nikki?
Yes, sir.
All right, because I don't know how to do conference calls, so whatever. All right, hey, Kush, yeah, we're still on the air. We've got an extra 40 minutes, and we lost you, dude. What happened? Are you pissed at Booker?
No, I'm cool with Booker. I like the debating.
Oh, you were masturbating?
I'm down with the debating, not masturbating.
Oh.
Okay, it's all good. We can all fucking talk about this and have different views and stuff, but that's what marijuana is about, so we can have our views and talk it out and come together. And then...
Yay!
Right now. Over me.
Oh, yeah, so my CPA called me, and he's been trying to call me. He called me at 1. I said, can you call me after the radio show? And he was like, yeah, fine. And he called me again because we actually extended the radio show, and he got pretty pissed, and I had to click over to talk to him because it had to do with I owe like $250,000 to the IRS for my business for the Medical Beach Club for 2009 they're going after. And I also owe $70,000 for the Kush Clubhouse for 2009. And then I also
stole
$7,000.
Well, mine
personally, and they can come out personally for that. So that's what I was working on, an offer and a compromise for that.
Holy shit! Now, are they like I read that they're trying to change the law so that dispensaries that pay taxes on their businesses they're not accepting that money because the money was made illegally from their perspective of drug sales. Are you hearing that shit?
That's exactly what is going on. That's what the IRS did. That's exactly what it is right there. They're coming after me for 2009. So everything that I've written off, or I had written off, my CPA advised me, write off these certain things. Or like you could write off for expenses for employees. I was paying employees properly, overtime, everything, so I could write that off. I could write off certain things. And I've written them off, and now they're coming after me saying, no, this is drug money. You weren't supposed to write that off, so now you owe that. And for me, it's crazy because my businesses are closed. They came after me after my businesses were closed. And it's just an effort just to make sure that all of us go down and that we're never able to open back up. So even if I won my lawsuit and I was able to open back up and the judge was like, yeah, we're sorry, which would be crazy, and they apologized to me and everything, they're like, you can open back up. I owe instantly, if I open up both of them, I owe instantly over $500,000.
Holy shit.
So, RVD, what can we do?
Well, I'll tell you, Nikki.
What can we do, RVD?
If everybody goes to Kickstarter, I got to be honest, when we looked at the Kickstarter site, it was Reed's idea, and we didn't know, we're all into this movie no matter what. This movie's, we're seeing it through, and it's going to be, one of the best documentaries to watch, but the Kickstarter was Reed's idea, and he told me and Chong, we're going to do these interviews telling people, we're like, whoa, what is it? All right, I guess we'll try it. Well, we looked at some other Kickstarter projects. Some guy had a computer watch. Somebody else, had a video game that they made. And these people, they made way more than they were looking for. They were looking to raise $600,000, and they made, the one guy made almost $2 million, and another guy, he made over $1 million. And it's all people who believe in the project that want to be a part of it. They backed it, and they went on Kickstarter. They contributed, and then they get something for it. So we had high hopes in raising funds because obviously not only finishing the movie costs, and then we got all the legal and all this stuff, but then his battle continues with courts right now. And so the Kickstarter was one of the ideas we had to get everybody that says, just like you did, hey, what can we do, involved. So that's one way, and that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. Well, I think this is the first time I've heard of it on Blog Talk Radio. So
Yeah, here's what's weird for me.
I know, right?
Here's what's weird. Yeah, we've been a week and 2 days since the Kickstarter's gone live, and we sent it to every marijuana website the first day. High Times, all of them. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll put it right up. That's awesome. We'll get you and Tommy with interviews. And I sent it to like every wrestling website I could think of, and I'm trying to think outside the box and send it to anybody else. But I've heard no noise about it at all. Usually when my name's out there.
You forgot me.
Yeah,
okay, every day I send it.
I'll put it up.
Okay, I sent it to Bruce Jingles, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having my back. I'll send it to you, Nikki, and I send it every day. I try and think of new people to copy and paste and send this page that has a link to. But I haven't heard it come back to me at all. Usually, if there's a rumor out there, RVD's going to sign with WWE. Usually, I have people email to me, hey, just thought you'd want to see this. I read this about you. Nothing about the Kickstarter, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's not making any noise. The project is fucking
Hey, man,
awesome.
I tell you what, just put it out there, let everybody know that my book is going to be coming out September 1st, so make sure you guys check it out. It's going to be my autobiography called From Prison to Promise. So make sure you guys go out and check it out. I'm going to be tweeting about it, so you can follow me on Twitter at Booker T, the number 5 and the letter X, Booker T 5X, and check it out. Make sure you get the book. Support the 5.
Yeah, for sure.
I want an autographed copy, Booker.
Yeah, definitely, man.
We'll have you back on the show to promote it. Now, I know everybody wants to know, not me, but everyone else, is RVD mentioned in the life story of Booker T?
Not this portion of it. Yeah, like I said, this portion here, this part of the book actually is not a wrestling book. It's not a wrestling book at all. It's just my life story, all the way up to
I'm more than just a wrestling book. I'm more than just
yeah. But you're going to be in the second portion. You're going to be in the second book. That's going to,
you're going to have a sequel? Are you planning a sequel?
I had to get 2 paydays out of this.
Are you planning a trilogy?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the wrestling book after this.
Bruce Jingles, a quadrilogy.
No, Lord of the 5 times.
That's it.
Yeah, right.
Can't kill my shiny.
Hey, Books, should they just keep an eye out for it, or is there somewhere specific they should?
Medallion Press is doing the book. Like I said, we're going to be doing. Excuse me, that's my little girl in the background. We're going to be doing a tour here. Coming up here, starting here in the next 30 days or so. And you're going to be hearing all about it. It's going to be all over the place. I'll be advertising it on the show as well, And like I said, it's called From Prison to Promise, Medallion Press. You can go on the website and check it out. But it will be out September 1st.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Definitely looking forward to reading it. Full show.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, Book, we want to get you out here when we do a screening for this movie too. Some of the prizes on Kickstarter for the Boardwalk Empire are I call them prizes. The incentives are to get the people to come out and have a little medicated screening going on of the movie out here in LA. When are we going to do that, Reed? Do we know?
Well, as soon as the Kickstarter project finishes, and it'll take us about 30 to 60 days to finish the movie, so it'll be probably late May, early June. And Tommy Chong will be there, RVD, of course, and if Booker T, you could be out here, that'd be awesome. Justin, you're invited to, of course, and everybody on the phone call should be out there and help support this film. That'll just be great.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You got the number, man. You got the number.
So, wait. All right, cool.
All right, Mark. We only have about 10 more minutes. I need Bruce Jingles to say one more shout-out for me, and RVD, this has been the best show.
Yeah, I know.
It really has.
Been, because Booker T was on here, the controversial
okay, I
Booker
got to
T.
give you credit. It's true, Booker T.
Hey, Booker, I just tweeted you.
Cool. Check it out.
Bruce, give me one more shout-out, baby, for Danny Bell.
Who stole the fucking dope?
You want the Samuel Jackson one?
Danny Bell.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Danny Bell, motherfucker!
Yes! Thank you. Mwah. I love you guys. It's a great show.
All right, cool. So, Justin, you got anything to plug? Is it too early to plug Cinco de Scrappo?
No way. It's super freaking on time to plug Super de Scrappo. Maui, Hawaii, the War Memorial, 5512 Cinco de Mayo. We're gonna promote Cinco de Scrappo, Scrappo de Mayo. We're back and forth. It's the yin and yang of names of promotions, but
all about balance.
With just Scrap Promotions, along with JD Penn, myself, and Kendall Grove, we're gonna promote a MMA show featuring Maui's best amateurs and a few of the best pros, and it's gonna be sick. And RFA, March 30th, I'm gonna be emceeing and hosting and color commentating and doing the whole 9 yards. And
oh, good for you! And how was it? Oh, good for you!
Don't be jealous. It's what's going down in the life of the insane one.
Yeah, fucking A, that's good. I thought I could hit stop and it would stop, but it made it play it again. See, some of the words on the purpose are misleading because there's more words that come out than it says they're going to come out. That's cool. Dude, I want to be part of that, and I still might. I don't know. It's hard to commit right now because TNA, me and Justin talked about this. I'd love to be part of Cinco de Scrappo and fucking go to Hawaii because I love Hawaii. Also, there's two other things going on that weekend. This group in India is, I don't know if they're trying to move the date or they're trying to do May 4th and have RVD there. And TNA is doing a very rare West Coast loop that weekend, May 4th, 5th, 6th, I guess. So very little information on that right now, but West Coast always says, dude, when's TNA coming out here? And that's always been the case, you know. But there it is. Boom. So otherwise I'm going to be there too. So fuck yeah, Cinco de Scrappo.
Fuck yeah. Maui's been saying RVD needs to come over and say what's up. The playground's been waiting for RVD and SVD to come enjoy. So, please, I hope your schedule permits, dude. I want to see you there. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I hope so, too. So
Shelly, sponsoring, and it's going to be crazy, dude.
I'm going to try really hard because I want to be there.
Hell yeah. Thanks, RVD.
Right now, TNA has first priority. So anybody listening, yes, I am still with TNA. I get asked all the time. I don't know why they think I'm not with them anymore, just because I'm never on their TV. And I actually had to check the website myself to make sure I was on the talent roster the other day. I'm still there.
You know what? I did that a few weeks ago.
Were you there?
You know what? That's fucked up.
No, I was checking to see if you were still there too.
Yeah, people are like, "Are you going to WWE?" I'm like, "I don't think so. I don't know. Not that I know of." No. Anyway, it's all good. Boom. So, Kushmaster, Nikki says this has been an awesome show, and we've been talking about your place and having fun doing it too, man. A lot of good times. We had Michelle Rodriguez. Oh, we better not start dropping names. People go in there. People trust us to not drop their names for going in there because they're not as open as us. But anyway, everybody was there. That was the bomb, and now it's an empty building. We go by it, and it's vacant, and it's depressing, and it's sad. But
I was just there a couple of weeks ago, walking on Venice, and it just sucked, dude. Walking by that building, I was like,
it's not only just a void of energy. It's actually like a little bit of a negative zone where it sucks a little energy out of you when you walk by it.
Because there's nothing like smoking, like getting just smoking and looking out of the club onto the beach and looking at the waves and everything. Just
you're so romantic.
Oh yeah, I know. It is. I'm serious. That was some cool shit.
Yep. So,
Kush, Playboy shit.
What's that?
That was some cool shit. I ain't romance. That was just cool.
Yeah. No, it was. But Cushy is romantic. He had a big harem. You had to be a cute girl to work there, or
I didn't have no ugly girls.
Or medium Rob.
You didn't like smart girls?
Right.
You didn't like smart girls? Wait, stop. You didn't like smart girls?
Kushinator on iTunes and our new album We're Stoners that's out now, and also our first album that's featuring your entrance theme that you play on Spike TV when you enter the ring, and that Kushinator's waiting to come down and play you live on TNA Spike TV.
For sure, yo. Maybe you can come out to the West Coast loop. We're probably at some armory in Ontario or something.
No. Hey, are you guys going to go on Stuart, there's a lot of places you can play in the IE, like venues you can play in the IE.
What's up with Kushinator playing venues, yo? We got to get that started, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, we're down. Anybody that wants Kushinator to come play their venue, contact us, Kushinator.com, and hit contact Sean Kush. And I am looking into all, possible places for Kushinator to blow up and dominate marijuana world.
And to get your album, they just look up Kushinator on iTunes? Is that easy?
Yeah. Or you can go to Kushinator.com and just click on the big leaf that says it's on iTunes, and it'll bring you right to it. And then you can see the first album and the second album.
Sweet. And when you watch the trailer, I keep going back to this, but that is the show. But when you look at the trailer for Boardwalk Empire and you watch that on my website, all the music that's on there is original Kushinator music, which is a huge benefit while we're doing this documentary. Is that all the music is in house and it's all awesome and fits fucking perfectly appropriate because it's West Coast Venice Beach style, yo, and that's the whole flavor of the movie. So
I want to be in the sequel.
Soundtrack too for the movie. It's going to be all Kushinator songs. We're working on the soundtrack, and we got some special tracks, and we're trying to get Tommy Chong and actually Cheech in the studio to record a song for the movie, which would be pretty sick.
Yeah. That'd be kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so he said he's definitely down. He's just got to check with Cheech, and hopefully we can work out our schedules to get in the studio to make a sick-ass track.
Yeah. All right, cool. That sounds dope. Hey, Bruce, when were you saying Tommy and Cheech and Chong are in San Manuel or whatever?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the tickets for the 15th at San Manuel, March 15th.
March 15th?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go to that, Cushy?
Go where?
Cheech and Chong are doing a comedy act, San Manuel Casino.
When is that at?
It's in San Bernardino. It's on March 15th.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, cool. Yo, by the way, I haven't done a radio
You have
show.
a better connection with Chong than I do.
Well, it's obvious.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's make that happen. I haven't done a show in a couple of weeks, so just to catch people up, what has been going on? I'm working on a bunch of production projects, this action movie, The Equalizers, The Boardwalk Empire. I have a DVD, RVD DVD for TNA that's a big project for me because I'm producing it and playing it out, but that one has been delayed. My comic book, done. I'll have publishing news on that hopefully by the next time I do a radio show. Some other stuff I'm not talking about yet is going on. Last week we went to Vegas. Drove up there with Sonia. She was there all week for a convention, so I drove up and watched Kendall Groves fight, and Dustin was there, and then big MMA fight. What Dana White sat in front of us. It was awesome, but Kendall was fast. He was fast, but he didn't walk away with the victory. But I flew back, and then I flew back up there and went to the Champs convention, which is a big glass blowing convention, and everybody in the industry of marijuana in any which way is there. It's huge Champs in Las Vegas. Everyone selling their own version of a new pipe invention or an ashtray with a rubber ball in the middle that you can tap your pipe on without breaking it, or the cone filler. It was huge. It was awesome. And I also saw the Mob Museum in Vegas. It just opened up on Valentine's Day. Sweet. If anyone else is a mobster geek like me, I recommend it. It was downtown Las Vegas at the old courthouse where they had the Kefauver hearings in the exact room in 1950. So it's pretty cool. They got the brick wall from St. Valentine's Day Massacre that Al Capone's guys shot Bugsy Moran's gang, and it's got their blood on the wall. It ended the war between the South Side and North Side of Chicago. They got the they got the barber chair that Albert Anastasia was sitting in when he got shot. It's pretty cool. You can spend as much time as you want in there. It's in Vegas. When you go there, add it to your to-do list if you want, if you're a monster geek, whatever.
I didn't even know that was there. I'm going to go next time I play Vegas.
Me too. All right, love you, SVD. Come on. RVD, you got to go.
Okay, yeah, let's end this. Nikki, you got anything to plug?
I don't.
No,
I don't. I have something sometimes, but I'll do it next show. Love you guys.
All right, so check out, keep your eye out for Booker's book. That's going to be awesome. I don't I'll definitely get that. I don't know whose book I've read. Sometimes I buy a book to support one of the boys, but I never read it. Like I read Hogan's book. That might be the only one that I've actually read. I got a lot of them sitting on my shelf. I read half of Dynamite Kid's book, and then I don't know why I never finished it. But Book, I'll read your book, yo.
Yeah,
cool
I'll be
that.
reading it too, Booker.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, man. Like I said, just check it out, man. Pick it up, man. When you
Me too.
hear about it, like I say, September 1st is the date it's going to come out. And like I said, I'm excited about it. Like I said, you're going to hear a whole lot of interesting stuff that you never really knew about Booker T, the life of, a kid growing up without his parents, getting into a whole lot of trouble, seeing a whole lot of things that could have taken him down a different path and ended up, the way I did. It's, quite utterly a miracle. But check out the book, guys, September 1st. Like I say, check me out at Booker T5X on Twitter. And I appreciate everything, man.
Hell yeah, man. Me and Book traveled many, many, many hundreds of miles together, and he used to always say when we'd be talking, man, there's